They implemented educational programs. They didn't have that at first. All you had to do was sit around and think about another man's behind. That's all you had to do. Yeah, gamble, sell drugs, and think about another man behind and work. That's all you had.
And tell me this, gangster, is solitary, and you may not even experience this, only we talked about it, but it's solitary. He said they don't talk in death row. It's when I listen to Michael Francis and like we said, the bull, you know, Sammy, I love them. I learned about the mafia really watching them guys. I thought it was fake. But is solitary really the worst? Most inmates say that like that's the worst form of punishment that you can have.
No, because in solitary confinement, that's when you can learn a lot. You can learn yourself. You get to read. You get to study. You start doing a routine. I can't speak on Angola solitary, but I know in the feds, we like right across from each other, talk, like you might take a piece of the sheet or the blanket, take it straight out, make a long string, put a battery on it, take some of the black stuff out the window and put on the top. And we call like, see you lying down, we fly the line all the way down there, we're getting magazines, you're getting contraband, you're getting. So we make the best out of it when we in solitary confinement. So I'm not gonna say it's the worst. Now if you just in a, cause some people think, oh, he in the hole, thinking you in a dark, pitch black hole with nothing.
I'm imagining, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, and when you go to shoot, because shoot segregation, you be in a cell, sometimes some people they cell, some people have a cellie. You got the shower in the cell, you got your toilet right there, so they bring the food to you. And you might be talking to somebody through the wall or across the hall from you. Let you go out for rec. You on the rec deck with other guys. But now you ain't got no outside support. You ain't got nothing coming in. Yeah, it's gonna be bad because you ain't got nothing to do to pass your time.
And tell me about that support. We talked about that, and I want to touch on that. It actually got a lot of views as a short. And I asked you, I said, if you don't have no support coming through, I asked you, were dudes selling their bodies to get support?
Not everybody, but you got guys that will. You got guys that will be like, you got guys that will do something strange for a little change.
So that's a form of work. That's like the job in that one job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got guys in there that'll flip out and be like, man, I'll do this and that for you. Let me get this. I ain't got nobody, I ain't got nothing. Got someone get turned out just because they want to be loved, want to be hugged. Yeah, man, I done saw a lot of weird, crazy stuff in prison. But then I'd be like, for you to turn yourself out, was that already in you? Like, you already had that itch, like you wanted to see how you experience another man's private part going up in you or touching another man's private part, you know. You got some of them, bro, women, they be hardcore gangsters, got the knife on them, talking that talk, ready to fight, slang like that, next before you know it, they bent over. You know?
And you said, I remember I talked with you, it seemed like it was different from feds Angola.
Yeah.
You said they was actually getting the butt jobs and the breast jobs and all that, but in his, they still using Kool-Aid.
Oh, not. Did you say they let get shot?
They get shots in Angola. Every Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday.
They give them shots
Mm-hmm.
for their body part. And
Yep.
that's probably federally funded.
I don't probably is because no, they gotta pay for it. It's free. A homosexual won a lawsuit behind that.
So you saying that if somebody's in prison and they're homosexual and they want to get shots in their butt and their chest, they can, or get hormone shots
Hold on, they can't get shots. Yeah.
for free.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody taxes paying for it.
Somebody paying for it.
And he said people just bend over just to pay for whatever. Did you see some of that in Angola?
Yes, indeed. I seen all that. Been there 30 years. I seen all that.
Okay. Is that something that you seen that was most common? People who didn't have that support or needed money and they were like, shoot, let me go sell my body for this.
That was common when I first went.
Okay.
when I first went.
Tell me how that transition was, because my cousin, he was saying in the 90s, he was like, it was wild. But that it seems like it's lightened up in the early 2000s to now.
Because they implemented educational programs. They didn't have that at first. All you had to do was sit around and think about another man's behind. That's all you had to do. Yeah, gamble, sell drugs, and think about another man behind and work. That's all you had.
So you saying with the booty warrior, saying that was everybody's mentality at one point.
Yeah, yes indeed. I know hundreds of guys like the Buddha warrior.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
They just ain't talked about.
The Buddha warrior don't have nothing on the guys I know about, though.
Is they still locked up or they free?
Many of them home now. Them dudes been down 50-something years. A lot of them home now. But a lot of them still in there. A lot of them died up there.
And do they, when they come out, do they still want the booty?
No, they told us you wouldn't even have a clue that they was off into that.
Okay.
Unless somebody said go to talk about them, but you wouldn't know.
Okay, and that's what my cousin said. He said, man, behind the walls, it's a different story. When people get out here, like, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
And you said, I heard in one interview, you said for $100 in Angola, you can get some cat, you can get anything.
Yeah, they had a prostitution ring at one time in Angola. When the women started working there, oh yeah, them little country girls was selling their bodies like crazy up there.
For $100.
You ain't gonna add number 3 seconds, so it was cool,
Yeah. Everybody paying for it.
As soon as you touch it, here, it's over with.
And speaking of booty, then we're gonna move on from booty, but you said that father, I just went by, right?
Yeah, a father had a son.
Said y'all can't.
And his sister.
Really?
Like,
how did everybody act like that was okay or normal?
Yeah, it is. Sick people, man. Angola was sick, man. First cousins and all that, everybody. It was going down.
So first cousins messing with each other.
Yeah. Uncles messing with his son, his brother's son and all that little stuff there. I actually seen that.
Uncle mess, so incest.
Yeah, I mean, They're talking about they see it in him before somebody else can get him, they got him and all this sort of foolishness.
Yeah, so they believing that we family, so we might as well keep that. That is wild.
That's sad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wild, but
reality though.
Yeah, and this might be somebody that's the hardest criminal in there. They feeling like that.
Oh yeah, I just saw the hardest criminals, man. But they don't get raped. They just be freaks. They just get it behind them.
And did you see anything else besides like uncles, the nephews, or anything else that was kind of wild in there?
They had a guy. He was a dog, but he can act feminine and gay too. He put on bikinis and act like he gay, and the youngsters see him and they want to get with him, and he'll take him in the cell like he's about to give it to him, and then before you know it, when they come out, they bust all up. Mm-hmm.
So he had the hands.
No, I'm talking about the butt bust all up.
So they come out bleeding.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because they think they're going to have sex with him. And he act like a real gay guy. And then when they get in there, a lot of them trick him.
So he was like a spider, kind of spent the web for him. Brent lure him in there. As soon as they get on that web, he busting cheeks. Man. Wow. Woo. And was that one of the craziest things that you seen in there?
Man, I don't see so much.
Just see so much. So it's just too much. And when people ask you about it, sometimes for me, like my childhood trauma, I don't want to talk about it. Unless I'm with my cousins, because it just sometimes it brings up memories, but it makes me feel good too talking about it because it gets it off my chest. How do you feel like whenever people, you're constantly, as long as like you're always going to get asked about prison stories, how do you feel about that personally?
I ain't got no problem with it.
Okay.
None.
Nice. Yeah. You referred to, it says, to the KKK in Angola. Those were my thoughts. So before I went to New Orleans, I drove down 20, headed to Atlanta, heading east, and I thought Texas was racist, but I went through Louisiana, through Alabama, through Mississippi, and I honestly thought it was back in slavery when I went through some of the small towns in northern Louisiana. Like, I was like, man, what's going on with these brothers from Louisiana? Like, they still in slavery out here.
To be honest with you, I never really seen slavery. I never really been a part of it, because like I said, we always been doing our own thing our whole life, So, I mean, I never really seen it.
What are these right here? What is this?
That's Washington Apple.
Okay.
Washington Apple.
Strawberry Hennessy.
No,
I know him, no, he don't drink.
And what's this? I see. And what's this? Margarita. And that's a margarita?
Strawberry
Okay,
apple.
okay.
Yeah, he don't drink.
He don't drink, but we'll take care of him. We'll take care of him.
I had that.
Thank you much.
No, man.
Thank you.
No,
And
because
again, y'all-
Strawberry Hennessy, I never seen that
Y'all
before.
come to Social Live.
Social Live, y'all, it's going down.
You got to taste it today, though.
This one here, not sure yet. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you some.
So tell me about the racism that you saw the KKK in.
To be honest with you, once the blacks took over, and looking back, we thought the white guys in Angola was handling us the worst. But I mean, it was 100 times worse. Like right now, it's 100 times worse than what the white guys used to handle us. When the white folks was over us, we always had good food. Your clothes always clean. The dishes in the kitchen was always clean. Now the black folks over everything. I mean, you don't even want to go to the kitchen. It's so nasty.
It really so and you touch on that. So it's us.
It's us.
That made it
Well,
worse.
it's us. Yes, indeed. Man, listen, they got black guys and wardens and all that there. They have wives work there. And their wives choose an inmate, and then they come and lie on you and beat you to half to death because your wife won't mess with me.
So you telling me it's like these dudes on the street. So your girl chose me.
Yeah.
She done chose because out here I ain't lifting every day.
Yeah.
You in there, them boys looking like bodybuilders.
Exactly.
They finessed your women. Now they breaking it down, breaking out, and they come in there and beat the inmates.
They lie on you, build a case on you, handcuff you, because they don't feel that an inmate's supposed to be having their wives, and you supposed to turn it on if she offers you some cash.
You free now.
You're
But
free.
For a guy being in there, how do you get back at it? If they do something like that to your homeboy, your friend, or what can you do to get back?
A lot of them just be saying they can't wait to get out and catch them on the street. That's all they say. You really can't do nothing in there.
And you say you ran all the gambling rings in Angola.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh shit! Well, I mean, everybody like for somebody reliable to house a gambling game, without letting your homeboys come in there and cheat, and you're a good guy, but my homeboy, he cheating you, but I'm riding with him, and I know he cheating, and they know I wasn't gonna go for that deal. Nah, I'll fall out with you. Oh no, you gonna beat that man? That's my money right there. He won't beat you out $100, but I mean, he's not looking at the bigger thing. You coming every day losing hundreds. But for that one day, he want me to ride with him and cheat. I wasn't gonna do it.
How did you? So it sounds like you one of and even guess he met thousands, 100,000 people, and I ain't met that many people. But you don't find guys like that. You always got somebody that's gonna try to finesse you.
Mm-hmm.
How did you develop that rapport and the trust within the prison? And how was that for you being that guy?
I was always honest, I never played games. When I first went to Angola, I was always told, man, if you gamble and you don't have the money, let them know that. Don't act like you got the money right now, and then when it's over with, you can't pay. That's when the problem starts.
And that's how you lose your booty.
That's how you lose your booty. If I come to the gambling table and I ain't got the money, I'm gonna say, look, tell us, him or you, look, I ain't got the money right now. Let me play till I go to the store, or let me play till I get my money order. I'm not gonna sit there like I got the money. Then when it's over with, I done lost $300. I can't pay. Oh no, I done seen too many young men lose their manhood. I wasn't gonna do that. I ain't never did that. Never.
Let's straight up.
I'm gonna let you know. I ain't got it right now. Look, I'm gonna pay you.
Yeah, that's solid.
Right.
Are y'all familiar, Gangsta? You familiar with Crunchy Black?
I see them on.
So tell me your opinion, and you may not want to say too much about it, but when I see him on there, so me and Diesel, as a matter of fact, let's toast. So
Let's toast. Toast to Terrence. He don't drink. We sipping, y'all.
But and I sip 1/7 Blue Moon. I'm sipping for this. But I see Crunchy Black, and I'm like, and I've dealt with alcoholism in my family. But on his interviews, my favorite interview with him is when he says, as soon as he got off the plane, he jumped in the car with Birdman and he handed him a chopper. He said in New Orleans, he said, this is what Birdman did for him. And I'm like, was it really like that? But nobody talks about his drinking habit. Nobody even comments about it. It's like, I'm going to interview you, but you coming in here, you high, you drunk. I can tell visibly that something's not right with you, but I'm not asking you about it. I'm just going to keep making this bread. How do you feel about like why people don't even mention anything about Prince Black in his condition. He's just a grown man.
First of all, I didn't know he drank all with it, you know, because I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that footage that you're talking about, but
Okay.
like you just said, he's a grown man. You know, people look at it like you got some people that drink and smoke, but that might not do it on camera. So a person like, as long as you can function and focus on what we got going on, let's knock out the content, and you know, you do what you do. You know? Like right now, y'all drinking now. One time we was in the club and some female found out Diesel had just got out. Diesel had 2 drinks in his hand, 1 on the table, and had got me a thing of water. Everybody was buying Diesel drinks. Diesel like to drink. Diesel get full of that drink, and then he get to laughing and get acting goofy. All he want to do is laugh. So he was laughing one time we was in the club, and the female, she's like, why he laughing at? I said, nah, he not laughing at. He's just excited he home, and he had a few drinks in him. But she thought, and she started feeling insecure, because she thought he was laughing at her all the while. He just was enjoying all the stuff that was around him. But yeah, I don't.
And he said as soon as he got off the plane in New Orleans, they handed him a chopper. Was it really like that in New Orleans, where you need a chopper as soon as you get off the plane?
Well, I mean, it's still like that now. You need a little Draco, huh? Still backpack, but you got to know what areas to go in. Got to know where to go at. You know, it's just like anywhere, like even in Dallas. You know, you got to know where to go, where to go hang out at, or you gonna end up on Funky Town. Same thing. You know, Arlington. Everybody got their hoods and that'll put you down. So you got to be careful where you go at.
It says Boosie made a comment about Tyler Perry not being able to come out as gay. Why does it even matter? And I know isn't Tyler Perry from y'all city?
Yeah.
What are your comments on what Boosie said about him, and how do you feel about Tyler Perry? Because I know you're getting into that realm. And Tyler Perry, he may not see this, but shoot, reach out to Gangsta.
But so in other words, Boosie indicating that he is gay, but he can't just come out and say, "Hey, y'all, oh wow, I ain't see that either." I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He said, "I don't know, bro. That's something I don't believe that." But in this day and time, you never know what. You know, it's a lot of freaky fetishes going on. You know that we be like. I just found out about the rapper, the singer from our city. I didn't even know that they said he came out. August Alsina.
August Alsina?
Mm-hmm.
He came out?
That's what I heard the other day. I said, man. Yeah, he came. I said, he can date, woo. But
that's the one that was messing with Will
Jada,
Smith.
right.
Yeah.
So when one of my partners told me, I said, nah. He said, yeah, man, can't.
That actually makes sense. They make a lot of sense with the things that they say about Will Smith, supposedly. That actually makes sense. Maybe they were having some sort of triangle or something.
So you never know what people do, what's going on. So, but like I said, a lot of that stuff, bro, I don't be caring about what people got going on. If I ain't making no money with you, I don't, care with you. And then when I do make the money with you, just keep whatever you got going over there. Let's focus on this, and I'm up out of there. You know?
And even with all these accusations, are you familiar with Gilbert Arenas, the basketball player? Has a show named Skip Bayless on there.
Okay.
Yes, the Arena. It said that he was federally charged, or he got arrested for having a gambling house within his office space.
Gilbert Arenas?
Yes. So how do you feel about him getting arrested in gambling houses, period?
I don't care. I mean, because he's human, for him to have that, I mean, maybe he's trying to flip that basketball money, or money might be running out or whatever. But it was alleged that Jordan had a gambling problem. So you got a lot of people, just because they're famous, they're on camera, they still got their vices, they still got their, shortcomings and whatever else. It's just we be looking at, because we'll look up to them and like, man, but they human. Some of them come from the hood.
And we're gonna crucify them, huh?
Yeah, man.
And with Shannon, so we're older men.
Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, we're older men.
Mm-hmm.
Not speaking for y'all, but if I'm somewhere, I'm gonna look at a younger woman. I mean, it's just what I'm going to do personally. How do y'all feel about him having to make that settlement with that young lady and pretty much him getting finessed? Because I feel like us as older men, we should know better.
Why you had to make a settlement?
He so that the audio came out, you know, with you know, them having their little play, you know, whatever that's within your room, whatever you're doing sexually behind closed doors between you and whoever. But I guess that was brought to the surface, a short little audio leak about it. And she must have threatened him to release more information. So he had to try to, you know, get that down.
How old was she?
I want to say she was 20. I may be mistaken by like a year or two.
So she wasn't an underage girl. So why was he upset or scared? Now, if she had him in an uncompromised position or hitting him with something, I could, you know, I guess let me. But this is the thing with what I be trying to say with these celebrities. When you tap out with these women and you settle, who to say they're not gonna pack to somebody else? They're gonna come and try to frame you and keep it going. You know, but like I said, a lot of that stuff I don't be paying attention. I don't be knowing about, because I honestly brought my mind on trying to do movies and retire from the social media. Because if you think about this, but like things have changed. Back in the days, it was the women gossip a lot, all in the beauty salon. Now it's the men online gossiping, beefing, fussing, and I'm one of them that be on there fussing and doing reaction. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, thanks. Sometimes I be like, man, I gotta.
See, that's why I like it. You be straight, bro.
It's real.
You straight up,
That's
bro.
real.
That's right. You
Hey,
straight, bro.
that's
That's right.
real.
You
That's
say you
real.
one of them.
Yeah, that's real.
It's exclude itself, you know? Yeah.
I am, brother. I be sometimes be like, man, I'm tripping, man. But the money, it be good money. So I be like, all right, Mr. Answer right back. I'm back at you.
You make the money he make.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, I know he gets angry. If somebody called me, I wouldn't get mad. But Shannon Sharpe gets very angry when people mention anything about him being gay. And
Is he gay?
Man, that's
They
why.
say he dressed gay and ain't gay. They don't look like he. I mean,
And I was fixing to ask y'all both have been in prison. And for me, someone who's been in prison, you're able to see something in people that other people may not be able to see. Do you see that in him?
No, well, he got the feminine ways, but here's the thing. With his new dress, with everybody wearing these tight clothes and all that, and by him being a big muscle guy, so it looks gay on him.
That's right.
So with it looking like that, that's what people, oh yeah, you know, he just might have his little side where he want to be nice, neat, and comfortable, so people will target him for that, but they don't have, that's the thing I don't like, how they don't have no proof that he done been with a man or, you know, in the bed with a man or touched a man private part or vice versa, but they're, oh yeah, he is, and people who want to believe that he that because of how he dress or whatever, they run with it. And you have that group, be like, yeah, he is, and then you have people will go to say he is and don't even know the man.
Now, here's the thing. How you can say you can see something in somebody? That could be wrong. That don't mean that what you see.
But now, you know, we used to say this back in our time. I know you say you liked it, but watch this. We used to say this. Man, that boy sissy. If he ain't, he misses calling. Now, you know, we can say that. So, how you gonna just sit there and say that? We can say that.
That's true.
The boy, that boy ain't gay, he misses calling.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
man.
So you said a lot of people in prison would like that. So is Shannon Sharpe advertising with these tight clothes and being muscle bound?
Yeah, because he do, like you said, he do look like that there, you know, but that don't mean that's what it is, you know.
Okay. It looks and be
They call them they call them dudes muscle punks. That's what we call them in jail. Big like that. Yeah.
Muscle punk.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the name?
Muscle punk. You got
Oh,
big
okay.
old muscles and you gay, yeah, you muscle punk. Yeah.
So that's a new term for me.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle punk, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So if I see somebody swole, something you can see it. A lot of them muscle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I like Rollo, I guess he's been real bad about accusing young thug with the snitching and really like saying stuff about him. But he was a drug guy, you know, and is a top guy, you know, from the Atlanta area. He seemed like he's a native. What are y'all thoughts on that as far as the city? Like, I really don't hear y'all talking about nobody else from y'all city, but it seems like they like imploding in Atlanta. Like, you did it, but you ain't just, even though you got your differences with P, when we did our last segment, you like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, man. All right, P, and you kept moving because y'all from the same city. What why are they so divided? What are your thoughts on that?
Rollo say Thug divided everybody.
That's right.
That's why Rollo's so hard on Thug, because it's like you divided all us, and yet you sit down and debrief too. So how you holding up this image that you a stand-up gangster, you hate rats, but you did some rat stuff. So that's why Rollo's so upset, because it's like a lot of them went against him, but now this going on, and Thug was one of the ones that was pushing. Nah, we ain't messing with him, you know. Shout out to Rollo for speaking out, man, and letting it be known, like, nah, man, it don't go like this here. Nah, y'all did the 40 days and 40 night videos on me. Let's do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's good for content for the internet, you know.
Y'all made me go pull up paperwork and everything.
Yeah, and they still was trying to buck Rollo, man.
Still talking about the paperwork in the good.
And it's a rumor moving to Chicago. Hopefully they get it together up there. But like I said, shout out to Rollo for speaking out. It says it's a rumor of OTF Viney is cooperating against Lil Durk. What are your thoughts on like even him telling on his own people like that are still living? Like, do you feel like the game is just messed up?
The game ain't no game. That's what it is, a game. Ain't nobody, you know. How many people you know got bins and houses, they get caught up? They don't want to leave that. You think I'm going to leave my millions and all that to a female? I'm doing 30 years and she has some of my partners and all that? No. So that means they're giving each other up now. Nowadays.
Everybody.
What it is.
What you think about that, gangster?
See it again?
So, you know, they OTF Viney is cooperating against Lil Durk. What are your thoughts on that? Though, just giving up their own people.
I ain't surprised. I mean, in this day and time, you know, it's like the norm. Like people shouldn't be surprised this one doing that, because it's like dudes will be out on the street slinging that iron, but then when we go to jail, like, man, I don't want to do no life. I don't want to die in prison. But we be the judge on the street. We killing people on the street, but we go to that jailhouse is a different story, boy. That's a different beast, bro.
That's when the real come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that jailhouse is a different beast, bro. So some of them be like, man, I take my chances on somebody trying to kill me behind, telling on him, versus me dying in prison. Just, man, you know, in prison, there's a bunch of miserable men in prison, bro. A bunch of miserable men, man. Yeah, man. It's a bunch of, like, dudes don't want to see you go to commissary. They hate on it. Dudes don't want to see you go to visit. They hate on it. It's just a bunch of miserable men in prison, bro.
So what you describing on the internet, it sounds like it's like that in prison with some dudes.
Man, yeah, it's miserable, man. Like, dudes sit back, don't, like, sit back and be like, oh, I'm about to go to visit tomorrow, my girl coming. And they know they ain't getting no visit. Boy, you get dressed and you be chilling, and that girl don't come, they gonna laugh at you. That's a rule, bro. You don't really tell nobody, or don't get dressed too early, boy. That you be fly, got your little prisoner tie on, smelling good, wait for that go. First you want to hear that phone ring, or you hear that, oh, everybody calling me. I'm in the visit room. And they don't call you. That was that nerve.
That's that nerve there.
That's that word.
That's that nerve.
That's that nerve, bro.
So it's like human nature sometimes. People really don't want to see you win.
Oh, no. Everybody.
Misery loves company. That's some true stuff there.
And my bro say whenever he got out, first thing he said was, man, some people belong in there.
They still do. Like yes, indeed. Boy, they got some fools. They got some fools, bro. They deserve it. Yeah, I see why a lot of people be fighting against people getting out of jail. You know, they don't be fighting for everybody not to get out, but certain people, they don't supposed to get out. And that's the truth. Not now until they get their life together.
So I got a question for both you guys. So we're here, we got this food, and why y'all play with the food?
I ate all the shrimps and all that. It's too much rice. I ate a nice portion of it. Nah, I got to stay straight, man.
Why you order that, brother?
I didn't know it was going to be that big.
You should order the salad.
They don't have salads on there.
Did you look for a salad?
Yeah, I was looking to find something in there.
Did you look for a salad, these?
Yeah, I didn't see a salad. A regular salad? No.
I didn't see you eat salad, so we be hanging out, brother.
Hey, say you need to get some vegetables.
Yeah, you got salads out the store together.
The store, I say, when we go out.
Well, okay. No, not no more. I've been trying to gain weight.
I'm with you.
The weight he loses, I'm trying to put on.
And I'm trying to lose it too. So
well, y'all need to give me some.
Hey, I'm going to throw it to you.
Yeah, I want about 30 pounds.
Who's y'all money on? Crawford or Canelo?
Crawford.
Crawford, why?
I just like that he's the underdog, and he's showing like I'm coming up here, and he just I just like everything about it. He ready to rumble, and we going out there to the fight.
There we go.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say
We
it.
going to the fight.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we already.
That was my birthday present.
for us.
That was my birthday present. He gave me a birthday present. He sent me to Vegas. See, they don't know all that deal. They don't be saying, I be working and stuff. They don't know all that. My boy sent me to Vegas, man. It's my birthday, man.
Man, and I tell you where I seen all the celebrities and it smell like vanilla in there is the Aria. Have you ever sitting in that Aria?
What is that?
ARIA. It's on the Strip. It's one of the resorts. And right after the fight, the last Canelo fight, I think OT Genesis brought him out. And I like the Aria, ARIA. Yeah, but just check that out there.
I wanted to be a draw. I was a Canelo fan before Crawford.
I'm with you.
You know, so
He got
I want Crawford to win, but I want to be a draw.
You racist. You want Crawford because he black.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I want to stay undefeated. That's why I don't want his record to be messed up because Canelo done lost already.
Okay. Yeah. And you said I heard you in an interview say you had hands, you know, and you used to box.
I used to box, yeah.
So you love the sport. And me, like I'm gonna tell you, and nothing against nobody watching this, but what my dream, because I like fighting too, but I'm out of shape. So the fight me in about a year and a half, 2 years. But I've always wanted to see. They always say the Crips in California have a certain fighting style. And I would want to fight one of them just to fight. I ain't trying to do no game nothing, but I just want to see how they fight. Because I heard it's a different style.
So you want to fight somebody on a different style,
just to see it. I just want to see it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, go on YouTube.
Because you like boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a boxer, did you enjoy fighting? Like,
well, you know, I really just trained. I never got in the ring with them. I really just trained, you know, and I knew too much of that time in the ring was gonna stop me from focusing on my case. Okay. A lot of guys that's boxing, that's what they do in boxing. They bought out of coat and all that deal. You know, they had time for nothing else.
So that helped you get your mind out of prison, but you didn't want to fight. Like, because
I wanted to learn the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3s and how to duck punches and all that. Mostly everybody go to prison, that's what they learn, you know. Cause they got some cold dudes up there, man.
Okay. And thoughts on Micah Parsons? I love the Cowboys, I love the Chiefs, but what are your thoughts, Gangsta, on Micah?
I didn't want to let him go.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna trust the process, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
I mean, they did good Thursday night. You know, I didn't think they would score that many points. I didn't think they would, you know. So we gonna see, man. We just see what's.
Everybody thought we were gonna get blown out, homie. Even me, they were giving the Cowboys 8 points.
Did y'all check out the documentary, the Cowboy documentary on Netflix? Okay, yeah, they talking about the White House and Michael Irvin.
About the cocaine, I saw this some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the best owner in the world, you know that, huh?
Oh yeah?
Yes, we do. We the richest franchise in all sports.
Man.
$10 billion.
Yeah.
I keep up with that money.
Okay. And lessons on forgiveness. And we're gonna leave on a positive note. So you were able to forgive these able to forgive you. You moved on with your life. You focusing on positivity. You're trying to, have your movies out, your documentaries out. Director hat on. What are lessons on forgiveness that y'all can give people who are watching? Not just people who've been in prison, but just people in general.
First, you got to forgive yourself. Once you can forgive yourself, look yourself in the mirror for all the horrible things you've done, then you assess the situation on the person that you're about to forgive. And be like, okay, you know what, I can live with it, I can be around. Because you know what? I learned too, you can forgive a person and just still not hang out with them, or still not associate yourself with them, or still live in an area with them. And you can forgive a person where y'all be like, okay, we're going to become the best of friends because we know how each other are. And, it depends on your level of forgiveness. Are you ready? Are you mature enough to be like, okay, I'm ready to put this behind me? You got some people that, but I'm going to the grave with it. I ain't never forgiving you. I'm mad with you, you know?
That, even with me, I was like that where I'll take it to the grave, or I was the type where I might not get you now, but I'm gonna get you 10 years from now when you least expect it. But the older that I get, I'm getting better with that. I feel like my relationship with God, I'm getting better with that. What are your thoughts on forgiveness?
Man, forgiveness is the key. I mean, forgiveness is the key for real. If you look at our relationship, man, you don't find people, who try to take each other's life like we was trying to do. That's actually rocking like we rock, man. I actually left New Orleans, came up here, by him, and he just been a true blessing to me. And all that's for forgiveness. He had to forgive me to be doing all that. You called him, and he made sure I got a few dollars too. How many people that did that? He could have been selfish and said, "Nah, man, coming by himself," but forgiveness, man.
You got some food you ate.
Free food, drink, all that. You heard me? I got 2 drinks, even this drink. Yeah, man, so forgiveness, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and I'm with that in it because I got mad the other day, and I try to stay calm. He said that he prays a lot to stay calm, and the dude got me real mad. It's just yesterday, and I snapped because it's in you,
right?
And then you go there, but then you try to keep that monster hidden or below the surface. What techniques are y'all using for that? Because I know it got to be in you if it was in you, or y'all is the prayer? Is it what is it that keeps it at bay?
God, man. God for me.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I even when I ain't got to be praying. You see me pray. I pray all the time in my mind and all that. Yeah, to keep me humble because a lot of stuff it get under my skin too.
Yes.
Yes indeed.
You agree with that?
I'm a religious person, so every time I pray, I feel a whole lot better. Of course, it gets to the point where I be frustrated or whatever, but once I go pray, I calm down. Then I figure out how to approach the situation in a way that I'm not going back to prison.
This is the last thing. My passion is not podcast, it's the kids. I've been working with kids for 20 years. And for somebody watching this, if you want to close achievement gaps all around the country, I know how to close achievement gaps. I know how to stop that elementary school to prison pipeline. LeBron, who had his own school, I know how to do that personally. What we're collaborating on together with your nonprofit, what's your nonprofit?
They need us.
They need us.
Right.
And mine is Incline Education. We're going to collaborate, try to go to different schools. I spoke to every juvenile in the state of Texas. So we're going to start with those juveniles once we get that set up, talking to kids. Any mission, anything, any last things y'all want to say about that? Anybody that's out there that's hearing this, that's what the mission is. If y'all want us to be a part of that, be sure to reach out. Any message for youth, anything y'all want to get out before we close up?
He's coming to give him our story, man. I was kind of nervous the first time, he had to take over, but I'm getting better. I'm gonna get better.
Yeah, we did an event in Farmerville, talking to the youth. It was pretty cool too. I put it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, y'all go follow Gangsta. Send your followers to me, Taste the Fame.
Big fan.
Again, it's your boy Taste. You got your boy Diesel straight out the meth, right here in the phone, over home of Charleston White. And you got your boy OG Giga.
Well, this Charleston White hometown right there?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas. But thank y'all, man, and y'all some good brothers. Best wishes, safe travels.
Appreciate you, man.
Mm-hmm.